Good morning. I'm just trying to get the Instagram live and then we will be ready to go. For whatever reason, it takes a minute for that to go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out today. So we're just going to go without it. Good morning. Happy hump day. Oh, you guys. So we are doing our 2024 decluttering challenge. And so every day, the entire month of January, we are going to just spend a little bit of time decluttering together. They call that body doubling or shadow cleaning. And basically, this is just an accountability. You show up and you get it done so that you can check it off of your tracker and you can feel good that you're making progress in the new year. So in 2024, my goal is not to be completely crazy. My goal is to really just see if we can get as much done as possible. Now, in the past, I've had a little bit of issues with sound. So, hey, if you are in here and you're watching, can you comment and let me know if you're hearing like an echo or if I'm loud and clear? Because it does get a little bit harder if uh, if I'm kind of running with several things. So just let me know. I think it's my camera over here that's making me hear myself more than once. So let me see if I can turn this off. But you guys just keep on letting me know how it's going. I don't know how to turn this off. There we go. I think that I got it, but I still hear an echo. Do you guys hear an echo? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments if you hear an echo because I am hearing it, but it's probably, I've been trying to give you extra angles on things, so it's probably that. But I'm having a hard time today getting this off. You guys know this is not a professional thing. I am 100% just doing the best that I can with it. So let me know. Good morning, Kira. Thank you. You sound good. Okay, that helps me so much. I appreciate it. All right. Martha's saying, yes, she's getting an echo too. I get an echo as well. So, Martha, I am going to play with this a little bit. Let me see where my echo is coming from. And we'll just keep going. So, I'm going to just turn off this camera. Now I don't hear it. So, we may just have to not have the second stream. So y'all might not get quite as many great views. I was trying to be creative with adding my phone as a second camera so y'all could really see what I was doing. But I think today it's given too much echo. So yeah, we just turned that off. Martha, how are you? Super excited you guys are here. Let me know in the comments where you're from. And have you got the tracker? Are you tracking your boxes along with me? Yay, Martha said that worked. I have really been marking it off. I had to sit down this morning and mark off yesterday's. Y'all know yesterday I wasn't feeling great. I am feeling a bit better, but I can definitely tell energy is a little bit lower than I would like it to be. So we are just pushing through. So that's just my motivation for you today is, when you're going to get sick. I mean, it's January and I don't know where you live, but here it's rainy, it's cold, and this is always the season that there's illnesses and flus and things going around. So for us, going into 2024, I have all of the hopes to get out and walk and do all these things, but it's definitely a lot harder when the weather doesn't behave, when you don't feel great. And so my motivation for you, it doesn't have to be perfect. If we can just show up and do as much as we can with the energy that we can, that showing up means that we're pushing past any excuses. We're going to get as much done as we can, but it also gives us a little forgiveness too. So, yesterday I did not work on my house after we ended. In fact, I went to bed and basically stayed in bed most of the day and got lots and lots of sleep. And I'm not feeling great if I can sleep for like 12 hours after I wake up from a full night's sleep, right? But it is what my body needed, and I'm just going to roll with it. Today, I've got a long list of things that I'd like to get done. But again, I've got a top three. Those are the main priorities that I'm going to focus on, and all of the rest is just, the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? Good evening, Emily. Where are you from over there? I think I remember that you were down in Australia, but let me know if I've got it wrong, because I am not having a lot of mental capacity this morning. So today I am going to be decluttering a massive area in my kitchen. And I kind of already know in my mind that this is going to take, yay, I remembered. Emily said, yeah, she's from Australia. So this is definitely going to take me probably longer than 15 minutes. So my advice to you when you are going to get into an area, and I'm going to show you guys, I'll just slide you this way. This corner, you can see it has become a total disaster during the holidays. And it's doing two purposes. It's got my baking sheets and things in here, and it's got all of our coffee things. And as people have helped me put dishes away and do things, it really just got tossed. And I wish that I could, flatten this out so that it's a little bit easier access so that I could show you guys. But I'm afraid it's going to be not the best picture for you to watch. But this is my area that I'm working on. And there's a lot of things in here. So instead of a little box, that's all I had left, I grabbed a laundry basket, and I'm going to use that to kind of help me corral things and figure out what I'm going to keep in this area and what maybe I need to relocate somewhere else. I've also got my trash bag. I'm following Dana K. White, but I also listen to the Minimal Mom and I listen to the FlyLady when it comes to decluttering, because I think that all of them do a pretty good job, but I tend to like to, get more than one idea on how to do things. So, Martha, you're in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. You may get some snow and ice, right? I'm headed south today. I thought I was heading your way, but our plans changed. So I think this afternoon we are actually headed to Memphis, Tennessee for a few days. So I'm going to be in your area though in the next month or so. So I might be like, hey, you want to meet for coffee or something? That would be so fun. So get your supplies, get your bag, get your box, and let's dive in and just get it started in what area that you want to work on. And I've told you before, you don't have to work in a cabinet like I am. One of my very good friends posted some amazing pictures of a complete declutter of her little girl's room. She said she did it while she listened to me. I love that, and I just highly encourage you. After we get done, we'll get the iPad out. We'll mark off our progress and stuff. I'm going to turn around and get started, and you're going to probably see that, it's kind of an awkward angle because I cannot easily cannot take this cabinet off to really get in there. So we've got a lot of different coffees. So I'm going to prioritize like favorite to not favorite. I have had some of these Zip Fizz. It was something that someone suggested when I was trying to do keto as an alternative to Crystal Light, and I wasn't the biggest fan. So I think these I'm actually going to donate. So that's easy enough. Then I've got another one of these. It's got my silicone cup liners and some paper liners. These will keep, so that's going to come over here. We've got our bag for recycling our pods, and then some extra bags. So let me I'm basically going to have to pull things out. I don't like to pull everything out, but literally it's falling on top of me. So I'm going to have to make a mess, but I'm not moving from this spot until I finish this section. So as much, and this looks dirty. Okay, we're going to just wash that. But as much as I normally tell you, don't make a mess, don't do it, I'm going to have to, because there's no way I can get in here easily to get to things. So I'm just going to start pulling out things, that I've tried and I'm not a fan of, so that I can get rid of it. We've got some different kinds of tea in here. because the family's been doing some teas. So if I find any more teas, I'm going to add those and we'll just keep it going. But yeah, all of my big pans, I gotta get it clean. I gotta get it organized. This is too much. So what I've got, we have fallen in love with these Nespresso pods, but a lot of these are specialty. They're not our normal. And so I have to figure out a way to arrange these so that my husband can clearly see the ones that are his favorites. Let's see. Double Chario is his favorite. There's another Chario. Yeah, so we're almost out of his favorites. There's a Chario. I'm going to kind of try to find a way to organize so that we can easily see what his favorites are and then go from there, because I need to reorder it, looks like, and we have so many other kinds that I thought that we were good. But yeah, when it comes to his favorites, that's not it. These are his. Okay, we had a few more. So that's helpful to kind of just see what we've got. I wonder if these would stand upright in there. That would give me a lot more space. Ooh, that might be an idea. Let me try this. And that way we can see, because it's the ends that we need to be able to see. So let me see. No, they do not fit down there. They would fit up there though. We may be rearranging all kinds of stuff. I don't know. So let's just do that. We're going to throw it so that he can see the alternatives that he has. All right, so let's just chit chat while we're going through. I have not gotten up and gotten all of my things done that I normally like to do in the morning. Like I said, feeling a little bit under the weather, so I definitely took a little bit more time getting out of bed this morning than I like. I am not a morning person, and that is not something that I'm proud of. I'm really not happy that I am a lazy bum in the mornings, but it has become like knowing who I am and knowing that this is what I have to do. So this is, I don't know that I need to have this in here. This is the cake making stuff. So we're going to set the cake making stuff up to the side, and let's deal with some of this first. All right, we have coffee beans with chocolates. So anytime you get these little like Christmassy things, I really feel like I need to just donate this stuff, because to be honest, we never, ever, ever end up like opening them up and using them, And rich vanilla and caramel sounds amazing to me, and my husband would never drink that. So I think that some of that I'm finding is going to be donated, because it's just truly not something that he will ever be on board with. Where's there's teas. So yeah, we're just gonna have to do some hard decisions today. And those need to go with that stuff up there. So here's another Christmas blend from 2019, but was it opened? That'll be the question. Yes, it's been opened. So it has been opened. I can't donate it. He's not used it clearly in a long time. So I may there like that. oh, you get to these decisions where it's like, okay, I need to keep all of this, but where do I keep all of this? I have no idea. It's so hard, but we're going to figure it out today. We are. It's just, there's a lot of things, and oh my goodness. I think this one we can clearly get rid of. Like, it is ripped up. We're going to toss that one. Some more bags. Let's see. Springform pan. Goodness, I wish I could fit in my counter a little bit easier. Guys, don't y'all hate these corner cabinets that they put into the American kitchens? Because you really and truly cannot even fit inside of these things. These are miserable. Oh my goodness. There we go. That probably works out better. Yep. And then I can put these together here. Lawn pan. Muffin tins together. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Just put that over there. That is so much better already. All right. So these guys are flavors for coffee. So we can put those there. The most important thing, I have to figure this out, is the coffee. Let me. If I put that one won't fit. Oh, sometimes you just have really great ideas and they just don't work out, which makes me so angry because I am so over this disaster. I'm making the executive decision. That little bag is just not going to work for me. All right. So if I do that, then I have a space. I've got what's under here. There's 2 containers. Oh, look at that. So that is 1 container there. I'm making progress. I know that it doesn't sound like it, but I totally am. Okay. How are you guys doing over here in the chat? Let's see how we're doing. Let's see. Martha, looks like she has worked on some coffee cups. I did that yesterday and made so much. Emily, baby clothes and bibs move. Yeah. As your baby moves up in sizes, there's always so much. And my daughter is in the same, she's in the same place. She has a 6-month-old. He just turned 6 months old on the 4th, and then a 2.5-year-old. So all the kid stuff, she is right there with you, trying to figure out what to keep and what to let go of and how to make it all work, because especially if you plan on having another kid. I understand that, you don't want to get rid of things, and, it does make it just life a little bit harder. So she is right there with you, and I'm always trying to help her figure out like the best way for her to keep things tidy and organized, but it's not easy at all. So I understand it for sure, for sure. Okay, so I've decided those are going to go out. I need to find a place for my big cake things. Good morning, Michelle. Hello, hello from New Hampshire. We are just diving in and getting things done. So don't be hesitant. Just jump in where you need to be. I'm in one of these awkward corner cabinets that, it has so much storage, but it's a pain in the tush to get into. So I decided last year, instead of, trying to put things down here that we get into all the time, I was going to put my baking pans in here and our coffee, because we have a lot of coffee stuff. And so the coffee maker is right there. So it was like, well, it makes sense. And then the baking stuff is here, and I started moving my flour and stuff there. So it made sense on that as well. And that wasn't something, that wasn't something that I needed to access every single day. But I have to say that over the holidays, it got to be a complete disaster because, of course, we were cooking and doing so much more right then. So I definitely found that I needed to, relocate things and redo things because it was not working anymore. It had gotten to be a mess. So that's what I am working on. But you guys jump in and work wherever you need to be. Now I'm trying to decide on like the cakes and cookie stuff. I still want it to be here, but it does kind of take up space in that bin that I had, and you couldn't really see what it was. So now I'm just going through and trying to figure out what to do with all these random things, because I definitely am not in the season that I want to decorate cakes anymore. I did that. It takes a long time, and mentally I'm just not there anymore. So I am kind of holding on to it. Grandbabies come along, we may change our mind, but for now, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. So I think that maybe this little guy will work better, because that'll let us see what's inside of it. Maybe there. And that freed up this big bin. So I've got a big bin. I've got another bin there. Those I'm going to put, I think all of that we're just going to get rid of. I need to wash that silicone muffin pan, and that would still go in right there. So this may be, I need to put this out. My recycle bag, that we're filling up now, just needs to sit in there so that we can keep filling that bad boy up. But I think that that's got me pretty well started off. So I'm happy with what I did. And it definitely is more organized. So yay. Okay, we're gonna say that works. Let's say that works. I like that. All right, and that's not bad. I mean, I'm looking at the timer. I've been on here 23 minutes now, and part of that is, us chit-chatting and getting started. So yeah, Michelle from New Hampshire is in the house. Let me get that out of the way. So I have a mess. I told y'all I was just kind of going to pull things out and figure out what I wanted to do with it. So now that I know what I'm keeping and I've got that arranged, then what I need to do is just load up the stuff that I'm donating. And I can't donate anything that's opened, but some of the coffee wasn't open, so I can donate that. I'm not sure why we would need already ground coffee that my husband doesn't enjoy. I think I'm going to just get rid of that. if we ever need it, we can always come back and revisit the situation. But there's not as much to donate as you would think because a lot of the coffee was already open. And so it's more trash, I think, in this section than we had in other sections. So I'm just bagging up my trash. The last step before we can color things off is to take things out to the car. But to be honest, no more than I have there. I could probably put it in my next box for tomorrow. So I might just do that because it is raining and cold and I don't want to go outside right now. But it's a moral dilemma for me right now because I don't want to mark it off if I don't take it out there. So I guess I'll be bagging that up and taking it out there in just a second. Oh, all right. So I've got things kind of in a good place. Let's hop over to our iPad and just see where we're going. And let me know in the comments, did y'all do your homework last night? Do you remember what your homework was? Because every day I'm giving you something to add to your routine. If you're feeling overwhelmed by it, then I want you to just slow down and write it down and you can add it in when you're ready. But it does help to kind of get restarted on everything. So I am in my living room. And because it is cold, I am going to pull a little blanket on top of me. That helps me so much because I'm not feeling great. Okay, so getting out my iPad, let's see where we are with our top 3. All right, so I showed y'all this is my planner. I'm using the Beautiful Life Dated Planner that I created because the color spoke to me. But I made my top 3, which was to get on live with you guys. So that's on. And we've got that done to pack, which I'll do here in just a little bit. And then I've got one more thing that I need to film for our Patreon group, the Messy Buns. And that'll go up today. And that's a guided clean with me, kind of like we're doing here, but they get one every week all year long. So they get extra videos to kind of help motivate them. So what I'm going to do is jump over to the decluttering challenge. I don't know what yours looks like. This is what mine looks like. It's blue at the top. It's hard to see because when I do that, the glare blurs it out. But you can see it there. So last week I filled 5 bags or boxes and they are all in the car. And I did not get out and go drop them off. You know, last week I got a little bit crazy towards the end. So it's still all in my car. And then I've got the 2 from this week. So my car's feeling really overwhelmed. And since we're going to be traveling later on, I'm going to have to get out today and go drop things off. So I'm not going to color my box until it goes in the car. That is my rule. But absolutely, are you tracking? Are you checking? Are you putting it out there? Make sure that you leave that in the Facebook group if you are, because I've been seeing some massive changes in people's houses. Carrie did a great job. Like I was telling you, there was somebody else that was working on their kids' toys as well. So huge progress going on in the group. And I try to pop over there and respond to comments every couple of days at least. That it's not every day, but probably every other day is doable for me. So I'm gonna pop up the slides from Clean Mama and from FlyLady so that you can kind of see what we were talking about. So her daily plan was to check floors, wipe counters, clutter, laundry, and beds. And we're doing all of these things basically with FlyLady right now. And so I'm going to pop over and find my FlyLady slides. There we are. So with FlyLady, what we've been doing is customizing it a bit, but you should be shining your sink every night before bed so that in the morning when you get up and get your coffee, your sink is good, the dishes are done, and you can start the day on a positive note. And even though yesterday I wasn't feeling great before I went to bed last night, I did that. Now, my husband cooked the most amazing homemade chicken noodle soup, and it was delicious. So I mean, you guys all need to just like send lots of love and likes for that because it was really, really a blessing. But I did do the dishes, put them away, get everything started, clean the sink. So it's fresh and clean today. I am dressed to shoes. This is like a level 2 dress to shoes, not much makeup going on, hair just fresh from bed. I washed it and went to bed last night, so I got the wild curls. It's fine. It's all fine. Then I skip some of these other things that are on her daily routine. I really don't check the website. I don't check the mission. I've got my little plan and I stick to it. So I haven't made the bed yet, but I'm going to do that. My husband was still in there doing some work. Let's see. So my morning routine is to get up and get dressed. So shower and get dressed to shoes. Swish and swipe, which is a quick wipe down of my sink because brushing teeth, I always splatter. So I'll wipe it really quickly. After I get done with that, I would normally make my bed if no one is home. Of course, he's home today, so I skip that. And then lastly, I'll grab my load of laundry from my closet and I'll put that in and get it started, and then go start my coffee while I unload the dishwasher. That is my complete morning routine. It's not even written down in my planner anymore. I just know that I've got it and I can just do it. Once I get to that spot where the dishes are unloaded and I have my coffee, that means I am done with my routine for the morning. I don't have to think about it. And then I usually will roll into my weekly focus. So on Mondays, it's the weekly home blessing hour. On Tuesdays, it's plan and play day, which is when I do my menu plan and things like that. We really haven't gone into that this session, but that's where I have a huge break. Usually by 9:15, my morning routine is finished. And that's because I'm a lazy bum and I don't get up before 8 o'clock. If you guys are rise and shine kind of people, you can have all of this done in 30, 45 minutes tops. I'm telling you, tops. And then your whole morning is set and you have the rest of the morning to do whatever you need to work on. If you got littles at home, you can clean and play with them and do homeschool with them or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're blessed that they go away to school and you've got the house to yourself, then that's when you can really focus on the things that you need to get accomplished for the rest of your life, right? At lunchtime, I flip the laundry, I eat a little bit of lunch, and that's usually when I start to think about what am I going to fix for dinner? Because if I'm going to do anything in the crock pot, I probably need to have that already going by then. If not, then I need to go ahead and start setting out meats and things like that. And then the rest of my routine all happens in the evening. In the evening, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to close down my kitchen. I'm going to fold up my laundry and put it away, and I'm going to do a room rescue. I usually fold up my laundry while I'm watching TV. Y'all know I don't like to stand there and do it, so I do that. Close my kitchen, do a quick room rescue, and I go to my bedroom with my iPad in hand, and that is where I journal and I set up my day for success for the next day. And that's when I talked to you yesterday about the importance of setting a top 3, having a checklist, because it is such a blessing to be able to go through and check things off of your list. And I can show you that I actually do that. I didn't have a lot of extras on my list yesterday, but I got them checked off. My top 3, I did not get it all done. I wasn't feeling well, but I got 2 of them. So 2 of the 3 got finished, and the other one I moved to today. So I can go back through my weeks and I can see the progress that I'm making. And that's why I love to plan and journal, because it helps me not have to focus my energy in the morning when I wake up. Like, what am I supposed to do today? Do I have to go anywhere? Or do I have an appointment? Do the kids have practice? All of these things that I used to try and keep up with in my head, now I can just let it go. And all I have to keep up with is looking at my planner. Open it up first thing in the morning, review what the plan is, then get to it. Open it up at lunchtime, check things off, review what the rest of the plan is, and then get to it. And then at nighttime, open it up and set out the plan for tomorrow. And I'm telling you, I save money because I'm not buying things that I already have, because I'm making a grocery list and I always have it with me. I'm not forgetting to pay bills on time, because every single day I'm in my planner, I know when something is due or when it's coming due, because I'm adding it to my weekly layout. I'm adding it to my monthly layout, and then I'm adding it to my daily layout. So it's a lot of checks and balances. I know when it's coming. I know because I wrote it there. And then I wrote it again when I set up my week. And then I wrote it again when I was looking at my day, because I look at my week to make my day. And that's why I really think that if you can conquer your daily routine and just set out these little pockets of time throughout the day, you are going to crush 2024. Your house is going to consistently get tidied up. Your life is going to be consistently on time, and you're going to save money because you're in it, you're watching it, you're looking at it. All of my planners have a budgeting section. Most paper planners have some budgeting, like stickers, or a budgeting section as well. So there's really no excuse to hide in the sand and pretend it's not happening. Write it down. It's far better and less stressful to just write it down and know than to constantly worry that you don't have enough. So even if you're on a very tight budget, if you don't make any money at all, it gives you freedom, because you can see where the money is and you will know if you're over, and you can go ahead and make a plan before it hits at the end of the month. You know, sometimes that happens, but it gives you freedom, it gives you flexibility, and it gives you the ability to brain dump everything and then let it go. I don't have to remember what time my appointment is. I don't have to remember what day practices are on. I don't have to remember when somebody's birthday is coming up that I need to get a present. It's there. All I have to do is open and look. And then I've set myself up for success because I've done it every single day. And what I have found is the consistency in absolutely anything that we're doing that truly makes the difference. If you consistently eat well, you will not be overweight. If you consistently work out, you will be physically healthy. If you consistently check the oil in your car, it will run longer. If you consistently make sure your kids are following directions, they will learn the directions. If you let things slide, if you let your kid drop cuss words and you don't correct them, one will lead to two, will lead to three, will lead to constantly. And that's how it is when you consistently ignore your finances or you consistently ignore your clutter. And I know that's so hard, but if we just deal with it in the moment, if you see it, deal with it. If you make a plan every day for 15 minutes to deal with some stuff, then you will not have that problem anymore, because you're already making the plan to deal with it. What do they say in sports? A good defense is a good offense, and that's what we are doing. We don't have to fight clutter. We have to plan ahead for the attack that we're going to make on it before it ever becomes a problem. Laundry is never going to pile up because I'm always on top of it. I don't let it pile up. That blew my mind. I'm telling y'all, I used to go 2 weeks and then do laundry for 2 days, 2 weeks and then laundry for 2 days. Do you know how much I hated laundry? Because I hate to fold it. I hate to stand there. I hate to remember to go flip it. I hated everything about it. And then I had to do that for 2 solid days. I hated it. So I would ignore it for 2 weeks until I didn't have any options, and then I would have to do it again. I hated those days. Now I do one load. Do I love it? No, but I don't hate it nearly as bad because it doesn't take nearly as much time. Because now it's 5 minutes to load it in the morning, 5 minutes to flip it in the afternoon, not even that, 5 minutes to take it out, and then 10 or 15 minutes to fold it and put it away, as opposed to dreading it for 2 weeks, spending a whole weekend doing it that I hated, and then dreading it again. It was a constant cycle of negative thoughts. Now it's not even a thought. I don't even think about it, because now I just watch my favorite show while I do it. So it's a constant reinforcement of the fact that, hey, it's not a big deal. I get to do something I love while I'm doing something I don't love. So they cancel each other out, and it's so much better. Anyways, so let's talk homework for today. So first of all, make sure that you're dressed into whatever you're going to wear for the entire day. That was your number one thing. Make sure your sink looks pretty clean and cleared out, and that you've unloaded your dishes this morning. Make sure you've started a load of laundry. just a small load. It doesn't have to be massive, but if you're doing a little every day, the loads get smaller. But grab a load of laundry from somewhere, and I combine things all the time. If I don't have enough whites, I'll go looking for things I can throw in. So maybe I have a white curtain I can throw in there with my white clothes. It's fine. I just get it done. By the way, I don't wash my curtains all that often. In case you're wondering, my mother does. I just don't see the purpose in washing them weekly. But I just wanted you to know, like, I am not some perfect house making woman over here. It's just fine. And then let's see, the other things are going to happen later in your day. I want you to embrace this and do as much as you can. And until next time, let's do a quick prayer because I want you to have the best start to 2024. Father God, I praise your name and I thank you. I thank you for these ladies, for any men that felt like they could come in and be with us. They are more than welcome. Father God, this is a safe place that we can come and we can just actually face the fact that we got to do stuff in our house that we don't want to do. And it's much easier to just do it in small bite-sized pieces, especially if we can do it with a friend. Even if it's through YouTube, I do it all the time. Shadow cleaning, body doubling, it makes it go so much faster. And I'm amazed that even in just 2 minutes, how much I can get done in a day. So if you give me 15 minutes on clutter, it's going to be crazy what I can knock out consistently every single day. And you guys know I'm only talking Monday through Friday. We're going to take the weekends off. We are not going to clean and deal with this on the weekends. This is our lives. And I want you to enjoy the weekends with your family and your friends. Father God, I ask that you would just bless them as they go into their day, that they would see the results of all of this, time that we've been working on it, and that would inspire them to just continue each and every day to just grow and try and improve things 1% at a time, not for anyone else, but because it makes them feel good in their homes. It makes them feel good in their own skin. Father God, I praise your name. I ask that anyone that's fighting an illness, that they are fighting pains and aches, that you would just give them comfort and that you would heal them. Father God, help us to come back tomorrow. I've got a lot of craziness going the rest of this week. So, Father, I just pray that you'll help the technology work out and help us to reconnect. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, I got a kitty cat popping up here to say goodbye to everybody. So, if you've got a little kitty to love, give them a kiss and give them a hug. And if you got those babies, be sure to hug them today. All right. Have a blessed week. Bye.